Dear Intertraffic community, my name is Joyce de Winter and I'm the Director of Intertraffic. I hope you are all safe and sound, and I'm very much looking forward to welcome you in person when we open the doors at Intertraffic Amsterdam 2022 in March. This year we will have a special focus on the mobility transition and the power of data and the ever-increasing demand for connectivity. Our show will be packed with innovative solutions. We will bring together supply and demand and facilitate networking opportunities. In our knowledge program, we will share best practices and user experiences. Before we look ahead, I would like to take a moment to look back. As COVID-19 put a temporary stop to live events early 2020, we introduced Intertraffic webinars, followed by 6 episodes of our on-air series in 2021. We tackled trending topics such as intelligent infrastructure, smart traffic control, parking as a service, Vision Zero, sustainable urban mobility and automated driving. Let's have a look at the short recap.
So every euro that you spend in improving road safety will actually pay you back 3 to 4 euros.
It's about accessibility, it's about mobility, but it's also about livability.
Even in the future, of course, there will be a role for the car. Predominantly, I think, also in the more suburban and the rural areas.
So technology, policy, and for me, user acceptance, and that goes with user experience. So my mother-in-law, can she handle a self-driving car?
If there's one expert to ask about the power of data, it is Carlo van der Weijer, General Manager of the Eindhoven Artificial Intelligence Systems Institute and member of the Advisory Board of Intertraffic. Our Program Manager, Esther de Waard, paid him a visit to get the latest insights. Let's have a look.
Welcome, Carlo.
Glad to be here.
The next edition of Intertraffic, we will have a strong focus on the ever-increasing digitalization and the importance of data exchange. How do you see these new technologies and these data exchange? How can they play a role in creating like really, truly livable and accessible cities and meeting the demands of the connected traveler? How do you see this?
Yeah, actually this is already going on for maybe decades. If you looked at the Intertraffic 20 years ago, it was all on hardware and making roads safer, and they did a good job, by the way, because we really hugely increased the safety on the roads. So thanks to that. But just imagine 15 years ago, when you would leave your house, you hadn't got a clue what your arrival time would be in a trip, because there was no such thing as traffic information or even navigation systems, etc. So that you cannot imagine that nowadays, that changed so fast. And the same is with these parking information systems that we now have. In the old days, you just queued up, you haven't got a clue what it would take. And now we're changing that even further, that you might also be able to reserve your spot, etc. So this traffic is going to smoothened and smoothened. It gets smoother all the day, all the time. And that's something that we already achieved a lot, but you will see the next step, and that's all being done with data, because you have to know what's happening, what's going on in order to be able to control anything. So I join you in this focus on digitization. That's a good thing.
And yeah, of course, a lot of benefits for the road user, for the traveler. And how about the road operators and the city policymakers? How will they benefit?
Yeah, there's a nice thing going on, is that you have a kind of public-private cooperation by definition, because the authorities have a bit of data, but the market parties that come in, they have so much data on what's happening, and the cars themselves, etc. They know so much of what's happening. They have all these kind of sensors. And at first, all the authorities wanted to measure everything themselves as well, so they start implementing sensors and what have you. But they can never compete with these market parties. So, but on the other hand, they should never give out control to market parties. They are responsible for what's happening on the network. So this is the difficult thing. This is why I hope that a lot of public and private parties will meet here at Intertraffic in order to find solutions, because they have to cooperate per definition. And just like examples that you have for this, TomTom is now cooperating with the governments in order to share their data to improve the traffic flow at traffic lights, so they know when there's a piling up, so then the traffic lights can give a little bit extra green, so you have a better flow, etc. And this is exactly these kind of examples, and there are plenty of these kind of examples, hopefully also here at Intertraffic.
Yeah, and how do you see the future of artificial intelligence? How will this evolve?
Yeah, so in this organization kind of thing, you can do a lot extra. So artificial intelligence is machines trying to think like humans, and all these clever things that we do, they can help us with. And it will lead to a better system if we organize that well, if we got this machine-man interface well organized, and that's what's happening at the moment. There's also a lot of talking, if you talk about artificial intelligence and mobility, on these self-driving cars and robo-taxis taking over the entire mobility. I'm not such a believer in that kind of mobility. I think it's a solution looking for a problem. But also there, I do expect a lot of automated systems, as in taking over just before you make an accident. You know, this ADAS, as they call it, maybe. But you have a possibility with AI and with all this technology to make vehicles inherently safe. My biggest frustration is that most of the accidents that happen nowadays could have been prevented with technology that's already on the shelf. So we should improve that technology, that people don't shift it off, and we should implement that as fast as possible in the traffic systems to make it inherently safe. And this is the cooperation that we need between machines and man. Machines are very good to support human beings, but human beings are very bad in supervising machines. So you should have there a very good solution for that one. That's what people are working on.
Cities often have their own challenges when it comes to ensuring mobility access for everyone and tackling sustainability and livability issues. For the Climate Change Conference in Glasgow, Eurocities has interviewed various cities about the Green Deal, on how they are pushing forward a more sustainable mobility agenda. Let's have a look on what the Mayors Alliance for the European Green Deal has to say.
The fight to reduce carbon emissions will be won or lost in our cities. That's why mayors from across our continent are taking action.
In Bonn, we are boosting eco-mobility by adding fast bike lanes, by converting our bus fleet to e-mobility, and by getting our citizens on board in the process to become fully climate neutral by 2035.
Goed idee, Katja. In Gent zijn we volop aan het renoveren. We willen dat de Gentse huizen en appartementen tegen 2030 30% minder energie verbruiken.
That's what I call a renovation wave. Transport is responsible for 65% of carbon gas emissions in Braga. And the municipality wants to make Braga carbon neutral up until 2050 by introducing electric and hydrogen vehicles to the bus fleet.
Investeerime gaasibussidesse, et olla 2025. Aastal esimene linn maailmas, kus ühistransport on keskkonnasõbralik ja tasuta.
Do you know that Florence is committed to achieve climate neutrality by 2040? We are developing innovative projects on the digital and energy transition. For example, the hydrogen-driven railway from Florence to Ravenna and the stocking hub for the production of hydrogen in the city.
That's excellent. Please bring these ideas and more like them to COP26 in November, and it gives us a challenge to rise to.
Zaprli smo mesto središče za promet. Danes imamo že 12 hektarjev peščevih površin brez avtomobilov in ta prostor širimo še za naslednje 2 hektarje. Imamo največ zelenih površin na prebivalca 506 km2 in tudi to povečujemo tako, da degradirane areje spremenjamo v zelene površine.
Ainsi à Nantes, nous avons posé des objectifs forts, ambitieux. Aller jusqu'à 100% d'énergie renouvelable d'ici 2050. Travailler au zéro artificialisation des terres à l'échelle de notre département dans un échange permanent entre les villes et les campagnes.
By the steadily increasing share of renewable energies and the use of green hydrogen in mid-term, we are on track to make our city's heat supply systems climate neutral by 2040.
Across Glasgow, we'll adapt over 430,000 homes to better hold heat and energy and plant 18 million trees over the next decade. That's 10 trees for every person.
What an awesome idea! The Vienna Food Action Plan is the City of Vienna's program for the sustainable supply of food and meals that aims to take into account health, social, ethical, environmental and climate protection aspects, as well as animal welfare along the entire value-added chain.
It's clear that mayors and cities are leading the way to a more sustainable and inclusive future. The Mayors Alliance for the European Green Deal brings together ambitious mayors to showcase city efforts and keep the Green Deal on top of the political agenda. We know that a climate-neutral Europe is possible with mayors and cities on board. EU and national governments, now it's your turn.
Well, here we are at our beautiful Rye venue, where we will welcome you in March. We will offer you a one-stop destination for insights, future-proof solutions, business opportunities and a global peer network. Our COVID protocol is in place to create a secure environment. Our mayor has underlined that as well.
For a long time, We have a tradition in welcoming guests from all over the world. A lot of people come to Amsterdam to be informed about a variety of subjects. We're COVID-proof, and especially RAI is very COVID-proof, as it has become COVID experts in the last year and a half.
As a team, we are pulling out all the stops to make your visit worth your while.
Intertraffic Amsterdam has a brand new show layout. We redefined our 5 segments and ordered them logically and efficiently to create a natural flow. Our event filled 13 halls, so make sure you prepare your visit well via our app and the Intertraffic Connect platform.
I'm happy to share a glimpse of our beautiful historic city with you and our famous Dutch canal houses. When you're in Amsterdam, do have a wander around and go visit some places of significance. And talking about significance, the year 2022 is very special for Intertraffic. As we organized our first show in 1972, we will be celebrating our 50th brand anniversary.
As a program manager, I invite you all to visit the extensive summit program which we have in store for you and the demo area during Intertraffic, which takes place in Hall 7. The program will offer you the best tools and best practices to facilitate the mobility transition you are in. It will be packed with pitches, interactive solution presentations, panel discussions and debates covering subjects like improving road safety, next generation traffic management, digital infrastructure, Green Deal impacts, and so on. So make sure to check out the program and add the sessions of your choice to your agenda in your networking tool. See you all in March.
Visitor registration is open, and in 2018 we welcomed attendees from 138 countries. If you haven't already registered, now it's the time to do so. And remind your colleagues to do the same. By the way, did you know that Amsterdam has plenty of nice restaurants? This one is right next to our venue and is fittingly called The Traveller.
Enjoy our beautiful city while you're here, paying a visit to the Rijksmuseum or Flower Market, maybe on your wish list.
RAI is very easy to get to, situated just outside of the Ring of Amsterdam. If you're traveling by plane, RAI is only a 12-minute train ride from Schiphol Airport.
There are plenty of bicycles outside the RAI. From Hello Bike. Via the app, it's very simple to rent your bicycle. So hop on and take yourself on a city tour.
Welcome to Intertraffic Amsterdam!